here, Chef Soso, and welcome once more to my food show. Today's episode, I featured a very beautiful friend of mine. She's so pretty. I would let her introduce herself, and then I'll let you guys know what today's episode is about. So over to you, my love.
Thank you. Hi guys, my name is Natalie. Most people call me Nat. Hello. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, you're welcome.
So lovely to be on here. Can't wait for our chat.
Oh,
It's gonna be so funny.
I know. So yeah, what country are you from?
Oh yes, repping Ghana. Every Ghanaian watching this video, please comment and show your support.
Oh, okay.
Please.
Every Nigerian, you need
No,
to
no.
show your girl support, okay? So we'll see who's doing it.
Ghanaians, let's show them how it's done. Let's do it.
Fair enough. So anyways, we had a few conversations earlier on about food, about relationship, about men, and we had an opportunity to speak to a few men on what they thought about the questions we're going to be speaking about. We came through to a few conclusions. I mean, there's an African adage that speaks about the way to a man's heart is probably food. I mean, I grew up hearing all that, and I don't know how true that is. Everyone has their opinion. I mean, you have yours, I have mine. So I would be asking the questions, and we both answer the questions, okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, the first question, like I just said, is Nat. I could call you Nat, right?
You can, of course.
Yeah. So, do you think food is a way to a man's heart?
I think food is not the only way to a man's heart. I mean, I'm a foodie. Okay, I'm not a man. I love food. Is food the way to my heart? Probably not. Could you get close to it? Maybe. So I imagine it'll be the same for other men out there who do like food. And maybe, like you said, with the old African, proverb of the only way to a man's heart is through his stomach. There are probably some men who have grown up hearing the same thing and maybe have adopted that kind of cultural, belief system, and very, very strongly believe that if you want to get to my heart, you must be able
have to
cook.
But
I don't know. I think there are some men who are starting to wise up to the fact that food isn't everything. You can have food and there could be so many other things that are missing. So many things that are so much more important. And I think men in this generation are probably starting to realise that now. And it's not something I really hear about anymore. So in conversations with men that I've spoken to, food doesn't really feature on like high on that list.
I mean, I do agree with Natalie there. I mean, most time our mothers probably watching me, but
my mom.
Yeah, my mom would always say, "Oh, you have to cook well for a man." So I think probably maybe that's what made me to take cooking seriously, because I'm thinking, "Oh my God, if I don't know how to cook, what will my husband do?"
Do you know what?
Do you know what? Like,
it had the reverse effect on me. My mom tried that. So when I was young, every time she was cooking, I had to come and stand in the kitchen with her.
They'll make you stand the whole time. But then the funniest thing is you grow up and you realize that there are other factors to it. I mean, like, we had a conversation with a few men, and they said it's not just about the food.
No.
I mean, they can go to restaurants and eat.
Yes.
How comes those people are not into their heart? They can go anywhere, you can go to parties and you eat food. But then they make us sit down, we make all this food, and at the end of the day, they eat here, they eat there, they eat here. Does that mean that all these women are in their heart? I mean, do you know what? So I think, I don't know what your option is, guys.
No.
But you can drop that in the comment section. But
Please do.
we don't think food is the way to a man's heart.
I don't think so.
No,
that's not the case.
So yeah, the second question is, do you like having your man around in the kitchen whilst you're cooking?
I do, definitely, but only because I'm really needy. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm really needy. I just like the company. When I'm cooking, like generally when I'm cooking, I like to have music on in the background, or just have something on the background so I can like move around, just so it's stimulating. So generally I would love my man to be in the kitchen, not to do anything though.
I mean, that's understandable, to be honest. For me, it's 50-50, because sometimes I like to concentrate. I mean, imagine having a man that you're cooking and he's coming to steal the meat, and he ends up eating the whole thing before the stew is even done. Like,
you do that.
You can't do that. But on the other hand, you can be in the kitchen, speaking to me, we're having discussions.
Yeah.
I could actually teach you how to cook.
Exactly.
You see what's done. So that way, tomorrow if I'm not there or I'm not able to cook, you can help out. So like, it's
know your way
50-50,
around
guys.
the kitchen.
If you're the kind of man that don't like being in the kitchen when your woman is cooking, try.
Yeah, but I guess some women are different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think sometimes I'll be in a mood where I need to be alone in the kitchen. Because sometimes when you have men in the kitchen, they do. You'll be doing something, be like, I think that's too much. You shouldn't do it like this.
Is that how you're adding pepper?
Yeah.
Why are you adding too much salt? I'm thinking.
Did I ask
so
you
know how to cook and you do not go inside the kitchen to cook? Please.
Come and do it yourself.
Okay, so this one is tricky. What do you think about men who can't cook but they love to eat? They like to order, cook this one, cook ewagoni, cook jollof rice, cook stew, cook this one, all this, and they love to eat, but they don't even want to learn. Like, they don't want to do anything with regards to food, but then they keep ordering you, especially the ones that say, oh, you have to make fresh food every day. You can't even store stew in the fridge, you have to make fresh. What do you think? Are you going to be able to cope with that?
Honestly, no. I'm sorry. I'm a career woman. I haven't got time for that. I really haven't. I'm kind of a cook in bulk, keep it in the freezer, let's help ourselves for a week.
How many days do you think, or a week, or a month?
Oh, okay, no, that's it. That's too hard.
So basically, how many days?
I was thinking like days, maybe 2 or 3 days. Only because I don't even like to eat the same thing over and over again. Okay. I go through phases with food. So, coming back to the question about men who can't cook, it doesn't bother me too much. I don't know many men who don't cook. Growing up, my brother, my mom was quite great. She always made sure that, actually no, thinking about it, my mom always pulled the girls into the kitchen. My brother was the only guy.
They don't need to do anything.
Yeah, my brother was the only son. But he did learn how to cook, because my brother loves food. Oh my goodness, my brother loves food. So he made the effort to learn how to cook. Now, if I'm with a man who can't cook, I don't think I'd be bothered by it necessarily. The only reason I say that is because cooking is a skill, and much like most other skills, you can learn how to cook. So, like we were saying about a man being in the kitchen and picking up a few things, because that's how we learned to cook growing up.
Of course.
And technology is so great nowadays, a man can go on YouTube
and just learn it. But most of them, mostly African men, they don't even want to go in the kitchen.
It's that whole African,
it's the whole,
the thinking, that system needs to change.
Okay, so this one, it says, is good food enough excuse for a man to cheat? Say, for example, you have a woman that can't cook and you say, oh, the reason I cheated is because she made this very nice food and I got carried away.
Unless they... the only time I would accept that reason is if the woman who cooked for them had, that actress, Patience, what's her name? If that was...
She put some ginger in it.
Because that's not even normal.
How can food make you cheat?
Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Guys, no, you can't do that.
If a man came to me and said, I cheated because she made me good food, I would just... I don't know how I would react.
I think I'm going to laugh, first of all, because how can food make you cheat?
Food. That's what I mean. I'll have to ask the question.
You need a better excuse.
Who is her mum? I need to understand who the mum is, because if the mum is Patience, I don't know her surname, I'll accept that, okay, no, this one was beyond your powers. Yeah, she's, she's on a different level. Okay. Not that she's real or anything. But seriously, on a serious note, no, there's never a good reason for any man or woman to cheat, because women cheat too.
Yeah. It's not
so
an excuse,
I think regardless of what they said, whether it was to do with food or not, and I think that's kind of a loaded question as well.
I feel like it's just stupid and funny at the same time. Like you can't say that. That's not ground for cheating.
It's not.
You can't say that because of food. Are you Esau and Jacob? No, really. Esau sold his birthright because of a pot of porridge. Like
that is
food, guys.
That is actually a very good point. But it is an important point to consider. I think if we're gonna use that example, it's a very important.
But still,
he sold his birthright because he came home. He'd had a long day of hunting.
Hungry.
He was hungry. He was desperate for food, so he did what he could. Now, if a man has a woman at home who can't cook, again, I don't think. I think it would have to be a build up over time. I don't think it needs to be an isolated incident. It can't be oh, she didn't cook for me one time. So
to be honest, you know what? I think what you just said leads us to our final question, which says, what do you think about women who can't cook, And is it necessary for a woman to know how to cook in this day and age?
So I think my response would be the same as, you know, the one to men who can't cook. I think if there are women who can't cook, it's not a huge deal.
It's actually not a big deal, to be honest.
We have to dismiss the whole idea of women belong in the kitchen and men belong somewhere else. Absolutely not.
No. You know, they say the women belong in the other room and the kitchen. I'm thinking,
yeah, no, I don't. And I mean, we've grown up in a different culture, so, you know, in previous generations, so like our mothers and our grandmothers, that was their way of life. And I think we live in a generation where everyone's a bit more open-minded. They are a bit more free to express themselves. For women, you know, accepting that actually I work full-time as well. Why do I have to work full-time, same as you, and bear that burden of cooking every single night? So it needs to be a shared responsibility. Having said that, going back to the point about a woman who can't cook, I don't think it would be a big deal. If it's very important to a man to have a woman who can cook, you know, he has a choice to make.
I think you can get a cook or something. Like
you
a chef.
There's options. Or you don't be with a woman.
Yeah, you know, and then the thing is probably you knew all this while you were dating her. So why is it not a big deal? And then you make her suffer because, oh, you don't know how to cook this, you don't know how to cook that. Like, come on, guy. You guys can pay for a cooking class where the both of you go and you sit down and learn how to cook something.
Look, I like to make brownies because I am determined to be the mum with the best brownies when I have my children. I know, I want to be the mum with the best brownies.
Bless you.
Well, I just love brownies, so it's partly for me. But, you know, I went out of my way to learn how to cook. I'm Ghanaian, okay, but we've spent a day learning how to cook ayamache.
Yeah,
so guys, hit me up if you want ayamache. I can cook now, okay? Just hit me up.
Ayamache was mad. Like, I had it, everyone that had it were losing. They kept screaming. They were giving. Guys, I have a new chef in the making, you know. Girl.
We need to think of a name for me. My chef name.
Chef Nat. Chef Nat. How about that?
I like it.
Good.
I could work with that.
I mean, do you know what? So boiling down to this whole thing, guys. I feel like we should be more open-minded.
Yeah.
We shouldn't put too much pressure on women. That you must know how to cook. You must be Chef Soso. You must be Chef Chi or whatever. Just teach her. If you don't want to teach her, don't stress her out. It's just like getting a fat lady and you say you want a very skinny lady and then you start making this woman to starve herself. Like, it's not fair. Do you get?
If you have a preference,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, go for what you want.
Anyways, this brings us to the end of our show. I'm so happy you came. I wish I could hug you, but then I can't hug you on camera, but I'll hug you later.
Okay.
But anyway, we're gonna go and eat our ayamache that Natalie made.
Round 2. Yeah.
And pepper soup too, guys. I one with bokoto. Jesus.
Wait, pardon, who? What now? I don't know.
Anyways, I'll tell you that later, okay? So you guys make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and watch out for our next YouTube video. We love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mwah.